about it. Philippians chapter number 3, verses 9 and 10. Paul said, and be found in him, not having my own righteousness, which is of the law, but that through faith of Christ, the righteousness which is of God by faith. He said that I may know him. Hallelujah. And a lot of time God script us from things, and a lot of time God allow things to happen. Not so much that to be going through some mundane situations, but God allowed these things to happen so we can know him. Anybody ever know what I'm talking about, where you thought you knew him? You thought you knew him. You heard about what your grandmother said, but God took you through a valley. Hallelujah. What you had to go through something. You were sick in your body. You heard he was a healer, but you really didn't have the testimony yet. And God took you through a verity of affliction, and he healed your body. Now you can say he is the balm in Gilead. Now you can say the 39 stripes God helped me through here. We are healed. Now you can say he sent his word, and his word healed him. Paul said, I will lose everything I have that I may get to know him. And you can't be so caught up into relationships. You can't be so caught up into people. You can't be caught up in things that you'll miss the opportunity to get to know God and for who he really is. You need to understand that your faith 5 have nothing on God, because God says, I will be a friend to the friendless. He said, when my mother and my father, when they forsake me, he said, then I will take you up. And sometimes we get caught up in relationship and we choose people over choosing God. But God is saying, will you allow me to be your God? Somebody say, yes, Lord. So Paul said, I will lose everything that I may gain Christ, that I may know him in the fellowship of his suffering, being made conformable unto his death. He said, brethren, don't you get it twisted now. I'm trying to apprehend of everything that have apprehended me. He said, I'll press for the mark, for the prize of the high calling. Give the neighbor a high five and say, neighbor, it's all or nothing. Find somebody else and say, neighbor, it's all or nothing. You either going to give God all, or you're not going to give him nothing. Because the old songwriter said, 99 and a half just won't do. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, 99 and a half, it just won't do. So Paul declared here, he said, I'm trying to get a hold of Jesus. I'm trying to get a hold of the one that have apprehended me. I can't rely on my flesh, but I have to rely on him. What are you saying, Bishop? I'm in it to win it. You're saying I can't take matters into my own hands. It's God's way or no way. He went on to say, he said, brethren, now I count not myself to apprehend, but there's one thing. He said, forgetting those things that are behind me and reaching for to those things that are before me. He said, don't be no fool now. He said, like I know the ins and the outs of God, but God is trying me. He said, don't get it twisted. One thing I could brag about is that I'm trying to forget about those things I used to do. I'm trying to forget about those things people used to call me. I'm trying to forget about those places I used to go. I'm trying to forget about those habits I once had. And you got to look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, tell him, oh shucks. Tell him I know it was good, but that was my past. Say, neighbor, you had fun, but that was your past. Say, neighbor, you did everything you was big and bad enough to do, but that was your past. Say, neighbor, my past don't owe me nothing. When I got drunk, I really got drunk. Show up from the floor up. When I got high, I really got high. I did it. When I made it rain, baby, I really made it rain. When I slept around, oh, they got it. But God brought me from a mighty long way. Say yes, Lord. So my past don't owe me nothing. My past don't owe me nothing. But right now, I'm in it to win it. Say yes. So now it is. Paul declared, be not entangled with the yoke of bondage. When Christ had made you free, sometimes you got to tell people, I can't clack with you no more. I can't hang with you no more. I can't thug with you no more. Because God, He means more to me than hanging out with you. I'm in it to win it. There's a prize before me, and I can't risk losing out my reward just because you want to play church, just because you want to play game. God's the glorify. And sometimes you have to take 3 steps backwards just to make 3 steps forward. But I'm so glad Paul asked the question, what shall separate you from the love of God? I don't know what have you emotional. I don't know why your emotions are like a roller coaster, but you better make up your mind. For God I live, and for God I die. He said, what shall separate you from the love of God? When tribulation, when it comes, it shall not separate me from the love of God. When the famine comes, it shall not separate me from the love of God. When sickness, when it comes, it will not separate me from the love of God. He declared, I will let nothing separate me from the love of God. Say, neighbor, oh neighbor, don't let nothing separate you from God. Paul said, I am fully persuaded. You got to be fully persuaded that you're in it to win it. That means you're sold out for God. Do I have about 300 folks in here that say, Lord, I'm sold out. My mind is fixed. My heart is fixed. Have no room for vacancy. So having done all, stand through it all. Paul says, finally, brothers, be strong in the Lord and the power of his might. He got happy one day. He said, what shall we say to these things? If your God be for you, tell me who can be against you. I don't care what the weapon is. I don't care what forms. I don't care what creates. I don't care what shows up. I don't care how the enemy comes in like a flood. The Spirit will lift up a standard against him. Say, neighbor, I got God on my side. 1 plus God equals victory. Y'all remember that? 1 meaning me plus God equals victory. He said, I will always cause you to triumph glorious. Do I have any people that's expecting the triumph glorious? I know they said you weren't coming out. I know they said things will never change, but the devil is a liar. Say, neighbor, the devil is a liar. I shall be what God have called me to be. As I close, the Bible declares in the book of Genesis, the first fire fell down from heaven. Lot and his family was in the city full of Solomon and Gomorrah. Men laying with men, women laying with women, drinking, doing all kind of damnable things. He said, if I can find 50 righteous in the land, call 50. 50 wasn't in the land, call 40. 40 wasn't in the land, call 30. 30 wasn't in the land, call 10. 10 wasn't in the land, but he said, lots, you and your family, I shall make a way of escape for you. So it was then, so it is right now. Perilous time. Women laying with women, men sleeping with men, people doing all kinds of damnable things, and they think it's funny, but God is coming back. Shalabahosa, he's coming back, but you got to be in this thing to win. The Bible said that Lot and his family start running for their life on their way out the city while the fire was falling, while brimstone was falling, while hailstone was falling. Tell your neighbor it's time to run for your life. It's time to run for your life. Well, Lot and his family, they almost got out the city. Lot made it, but his wife had an emotional moment. She got caught in her feelings and started taking a trip back down memory lane. How good it was, how wonderful it was, but yet she was in Egypt. And every now the enemy of your soul will try, I'm preaching today, to convince you how good it used to be, how good it used to feel. But that devil is a liar. I'm in it. I'm in it. I'm in it to win it. The Bible said at the moment that Lot's turned around, she never turned back around. What are you saying, Bishop? There's a day that you may turn around and may never recover the anointing. Never recover your praise. Never recover your worship. Never recover your place in the kingdom.